Welcome
Oh,
to the Goofy
Goofy movies pot. Oh, sorry.
movie. What is this mutiny?
episode 16,
What is this?
baby.
Hey, wait, no. We haven't
You-
gone through the rigmarole. What? All right. Hello and welcome to the Goofy Movies podcast. I am Moses.
Connor. He's Connor. I'm Moses.
Joining me today is Adam
I'm Adam.
and Connor.
I'm Connor.
Cool.
The mutiny from like the get go. I literally was.
I'm just going along with the chaos, man. I'm not starting it. I'm just stirring it.
We are wielders of chaos.
I mean, I know, but I'm just like literally as soon as right before we hit record, I was like, all right, I'm starting it off, right, guys? And everyone's like, yo, you have to, and then immediately, oh,
I literally said to him, "You must. You have to."
and then immediate betrayal.
Yeah.
Immediate.
He was setting you up.
As Adam said earlier, this is episode 16. You know, yet another Christmas, themed one.
It's almost Christmas.
It is almost Christmas. Next week is Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I still didn't get a gift for myself.
For yourself. Did you ask Santa for anything?
I asked Santa for a big spaghetti.
Like big super what?
A big spaghetti.
A big spaghetti?
Yeah.
I
I hope I get it.
I'll ask Santa for a meatball for your spaghetti.
Oh, you don't. I gave away my spaghetti to get you a meatball,
Oh no.
and I shaved my head for some reason.
Oh. But yeah. Yeah, so this is episode 16, hopefully we'll get into stuff. I wanted to talk about Pete today.
Let's talk about Pete.
So, because it's really weird when we think about it that Pete's story is probably way more well defined than Goofy's is.
In what the Goof Troop?
Well, in general, I'm saying like there's no real mystery about like Pete. We know where Pete went to school. He went to Spoonerville High School. That's where he met Peg. They were like high school sweethearts who got married once they were adults, had children. He started owning a parking not a parking lot,
Used car business.
a used car business. She went into real estate. They had 2 kids. We know almost every almost essentially critical detail about Pete. The same can't be said for Goofy because again, we have our theories, very strong theories. With I would say convincing evidence. But at the end of the day, we have to be honest with ourselves that all we have is a theory. But with Pete, there is no theory. We just know.
The only theory we have is what happened to Peg and Pistol in Goofy Movie, an extremely Goofy movie.
Yeah, those are the only ones. But even then, that is us just being confused as to why they're not there. Because it could easily just... Because, it's mostly us being like, where are they? When the answer is probably simply they just didn't, they just weren't on screen. And I know, we bring up the point and, go, attack it over and over that Pete's behavior isn't one of someone that is only who's only losing one kid and he still has his daughter and his wife, but we could assume and it's not a crazy like assumption to make that like he's just saying that to like Josh, you know, PJ.
PJ.
You know, he's just there just to, like, oh, you know, poke fun of it, like see, you know, like obviously that doesn't fit like Pete's character because Pete's character, as we know, is a horrible person. So like
Yeah.
it feels like it makes more sense that like he's actually getting the house himself and he's really glad about it. But we could theorize, and it's probably just as likely that you know that like he's just messing with you know the with PJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like, it's crazy how much we know about Pete, but we don't know anything about like we don't know much about Goofy. You know, like yeah, like we know what Pete's been doing since about at least high school. Like shortly after that,
Mm-hmm.
like he's
Yeah.
because he owns the used car dealership, correct?
Yeah, that's his. It's Honest Pete's used car lot,
Yeah. So
and
like,
it's
go
and
on.
we see plenty of episodes of him like working there and doing his job. But with like Goofy and any of the episodes, I really don't see him like Goofy going to work. He's just home.
Yeah,
In
because like
almost a lot of episodes, it's like yeah, he does like odd jobs here and there, but it's like he doesn't have a job. You know, like this is my career.
yeah,
It's just
like it's really interesting because like when we think about it, like it seems like he's like some type of handyman, initially, but then like yeah, you're right, he just does these odd jobs, and then come this is the only thing that's really weird is that in Troop, I mean not Goof Troop, a Goofy movie, him and Pete are like both photographers,
mm-hmm.
which is the
A
only
little
thing.
Yeah,
kiosk
what's the
thing, like
significance of that?
Hmm.
Of them being well, never mind. Continue with what you were saying.
No. What did you ask?
No, like it, w- them being photographers, right?
Mm.
Is it? I just jog my memory. Does it serve like a story purpose? Like, do we learn a piece of information because they're like
Not
photograph? Well, I guess not really, right?
not
There's.
really. It's just a job they're doing.
Oh wait,
Um,
it's. I think I know what it's to show, just further show like even like more of the dichotomy between like
like Pete
Pete and
and
Goofy,
yeah, because like
because Goofy's so good with kids, or it's so ostensibly, except for his own son, and
little
Pete,
children.
yeah, and
yeah,
Pete
exactly.
is like a dick,
Yeah,
and yet has like full control over his son, So
yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly. It's just a parallel as to like their both parenting styles.
hmm
But like but rather than that, there's no like story detail. But yeah, and what I was getting at is like that's the only detail that's kind of like a really weird thing is because like what happens like why is Pete doing that? Why is Pete doing this photography business? Like he should still have the you know use a car dealership. It's kind of like a really weird one, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
it is strange, yeah.
But the other point I was gonna bring up was the fact that like by an extremely goofy movie, Goofy's working in a factory. You know, like
Yeah,
he like yeah, another change job. Like maybe like I can believe like Pete has like a side business of photography. You know, because that like
hmm
that's not like crazy out of like the realm of possibility that like
I thought, well, don't they work in like in the mall or like the Kmart or something? Because there's like a blue light special. Like, where do they work? Are they independent, like
that's the thing
contractors for a?
we don't really get a idea. I will say one thing that's really interesting is that so I watched the DuckTales like reboot like scene where Goofy like make Goofy makes his reappearance, and that Goofy specifically states that he is a photographer. And it works.
Really?
Yeah, he's a photographer in the DuckTales reboot. Because it's like the whole like there's this like really weird thing where they're stuck in a show like type of like thing in that episode, but the thing, so Goofy just randomly pops up like, and Donald's like, I need a photographer to take a photo of me and the kids, like Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And like Goofy was like, gosh, maybe that's one of my photographer co-workers. And Donald's like, co-workers? Doesn't that mean you're a photographer? Yeah. That also means I know photographers. I'll ask them. Wait, I could be your photographer. It's just like typical Goofy hijinks.
Fun. I love that. That's great. It's probably like also another shout out to
to the Goofy movie.
Yeah, so
because again, as we see in the photos, it looks like Max dresses up as Paraline for Halloween, and Roxanne is in the photo as to what looks like prom. Yeah, so it's crazy like that,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what I'm saying is like the entirety of like kind of Pete's deal. You already know Pete's deal, right? Like back and forth. You know a bit about his childhood also, right, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's touched upon every now and again. It's that he had just a shitty childhood, and that's kind of like morphed him into like why he's such an asshole. It's like part of the reason why.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why. But when it comes down to like Goofy, a lot of his stuff is not directly stated in any, or like he'll say it, but it's like not in a way that's like such a crazy definitive thing. Where he'd be like, well, I spent a lot of time with my dad. Where it's just like, what the fuck's that mean, Goofy? What the fuck does, like, what did your dad do? Or like, what was like, explain. While Pete, you're like, oh, he had a shitty childhood. Okay, we get it. I mean, we can assume Goofy had a good childhood. Well, actually,
my past is shrouded in mystery.
Now thinking about it, that's kind of a really weird parallel. Because Goofy looks fondly upon his childhood with his father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While Pete allegedly doesn't look back on his childhood with like any sort of like happiness. It seems like. What kind of message are they trying to send?
Having a shitty childhood turns you into an asshole when you're an adult. I don't know.
The thing is, in all truth and honesty, Pete is kind of more successful than Goofy. In the sense that like, he like he has his big old family. Like his wife is still there. God knows what happened to Goofy's wife. Or Max's mom. God knows what happened there. And he's like making decent dollars. Like, well, we saw Pete's RV compared to Goofy, Goofy's car. Thank you, King, for that. We saw the difference between like the car and the RV, and like how much like Pete's just living a life of luxury. Well, it seems like Goofy, like manages to like scrounge on by, kind of. Am I right or wrong in my my summation?
Pretty much. I mean,
yeah, no, you're right.
So like,
sorry, Adam. What were you gonna say?
No, that was it. Like, yeah, it's pretty much it. It's just like, yeah, but I mean, he definitely has money, and like he has money because like Goof Troop. It's like Pete's always making him come out of pockets for all the schemes that he gets Goofy roped into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. It's like he he is getting money. Like I know like money's not everything, but it's still kind of like a weird message to send, right? That like Goofy, the kind-hearted, like good parent, hardworking guy who doesn't like does everything like earnest and honest, like kind of is just like scrounging on by. I obviously like Goofy always says like all I care about is being a good dad, but it's just like Jesus Christ, Goofy, fucking want more for yourself.
You can't do that forever.
Well, and then he does, and then he gets a beautiful,
Supportive
sexy dog, cum goddess
Goddess.
known as Sylvia.
Ah yes, Sylvia.
The beautiful, ever so sexy. You know what's funny? I don't think Sylvia has. I'm gonna check right now on that same Wiki-Pedia, which I'm mad that we haven't written. But
where's our entry?
Did I tell you that I think someone like one of the entries on one of the fan pages got changed because of us?
What?
Well, because I was like looking at one of the tidbits and like people were arguing about what happened to like Goofy's wife, and one of the notes like because I don't remember seeing this earlier, like maybe I missed it or whatnot, but it said like there's theories going out where Goofy's wife left and like she was an actress and I was like that's me. I said that theory. But I don't know if it is because of like the Goofy Movies podcast. But I feel like it was like it wasn't there.
Check the annotations.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I know about it is because remember when I told y'all about my my conversation with my with one of my coworker security guards. She had mentioned that, and I was like, "What the? I don't remember that being there." But what do I know? What do I know about that? I had a really.
Also, No, you finish.
No, go on. I'm gonna go on.
No, also, I was just gonna say about the wife theory. It's like we also we're going on the assumption that Goofy married her. What if they just never got married? Because in the episode where Max says that he needs a mom because of school, they never talked about like Goofy getting remarried. They're like, oh, Goofy's getting married, and I'm like, wouldn't you both say remarried? Nobody's really bringing up the fact that this would be wife number 2.
Well, the reason why we go off of the thing is because she's Mrs. Geef. That's what she's referred to and credited as in the old shorts, and Goof Jr. is is essentially Max, and so Mrs. implies marriage. Connor, back me up on this.
Well, that was just being polite, like back in the day, just like they're calling her Mrs. Geef even though they're not married. You know what I mean?
No, that's not. That's especially wouldn't be true back in the day.
Yeah, I can definitely back you up on that.
Back in the day, they would have never. They would totally Goofy would have they would have ostracized both of them. You had a child out of wedlock.
You have cuckolded me by not taking my name.
By not taking my name, you have made a cuckold of me. And in the eyes of our Father, Lord Jesus Christ,
we have been ostracized. Jesus.
That's how. Maybe that's how come he wasn't in Spoonerville. He got chased for being an adulterer.
Yeah, they're really a puritanical society.
Yeah, we didn't realize in episode 1, one of the it's kind of weird that Goofy in one of the first episodes of Goof Troop is like, wow, they're a lot less religious than I remembered.
They took down the burning crosses too.
I was just about to say that.
That's awesome.
Where's the statue of George Montgomery Goof, who valiantly led the South?
I was gonna fucking say a lot less witches burning at the stake.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
He's like an ageless being, so he literally was last time he was there. It was the 1800s.
Yes, Max. Once you reach your full maturity, you too understand what it means to embrace immortal life. Leave Roxanne behind. She means nothing.
You must go your own way.
Holy shit,
fuck.
dude. Oh my god. I'm loving this. um that reminds me, I forgot to mention, Kat watched every episode.
Uh-oh.
She watched it with her mom.
Oh.
Her and her mom have watched every episode of the Goofy Movies podcast so far.
Is she mad at me?
No, they fucking loved it.
Yes.
They loved it, and to the point, apparently, Kat's mom super loved it. So much so that she was like, "How do I subscribe? How do I do this YouTube thing?" So,
Are you serious?
that's what Kat told me.
Oh, Kat, I'm glad you appreciate my Garfield.
I think I'm assuming she appreciate more than just Garfield. I'm getting very curious about like what our audience demographic is at this point. Like it seems like a majority female.
Oh, didn't you say your
I guess you're right.
Connor? Didn't you say your one friend was going to go on a road trip and listen to us on the road trip?
I don't think they ended up doing it, but I
Oh.
will remind them
Okay.
because they'll have time to do it. I'll tell them both do it on your separate YouTubes. Play it at the same time. That is weird though. Yeah, you are right. I guess we do have a predominantly female
Audience, yeah.
audience. Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you
are
for being
all
supportive queens.
Yes, you are
Supportive
all
queens.
My queen.
Supportive queens, man. Gotta love it. But yeah, like it's really interesting to think that we know so much more about Pete and like the definitiveness about his relationships and whatnot and such more than we know about Goofy, whom probably has way more screen time than Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah, he's just like more. I don't know. Yeah, that is weird that he's more defined. I am trying to find this wiki where it calls Peg beautiful and sexy.
I tried looking for it the other day too, and I couldn't find it.
Maybe we embarrassed them, we shamed them.
Yo,
into
honestly,
editing.
I like, cause like you know, like yeah, like those are the people who like been on this grind since way before us. So maybe they saw the Goofy Movies podcast. They're like, and then they looked at it, and then they were like, oh no, that is cringe to have it just depicted as the very sexy wife of Pete.
I suppose it doesn't matter how objectively true it is, but I must delete that now.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have edited the wiki.
Yeah, because like the fandom Wiki-Pete-ia has her saying like Peg Pete is Pete's peppy yet stern wife.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm on the Disney Fanon wiki, and the article from Max Goof, it says Maximilian Max Goof is the son of Goofy and the late Mrs. Geef. He is the main hero in a Goofy movie and its sequel. He is the Disney equivalent of Miles Tails Prower from the Sonic the Hedgehog series.
What?
Okay.
What the fuck did that mean?
Guys, you know what
Are
this
you
did
implying that Tails is the son of Sonic?
Yeah. What I Moses, you got to pull this up so that the viewers don't know that they don't think I'm
You
lying.
need to send me a link.
Hold on, let me see. This shit is funny as. Also, great picture. But this is entirely 100% real, boys and girls. This is I'm gonna read through some of this shit. Wait, what?
It's not the main.
Is any of this true? I'm sorry that about the dead air now that we're just reading a wiki, but
Yeah. What the fuck? Youngsters is a cartoon Disney Channel show that starts the neighborhood kids of Mickey Mouse and the many other Disney core characters. The four main locations. One of them is Street Spinnerville. What the fuck is Youngsters? This doesn't look real. Wait, where's that line?
It's at the top. It's at the very the first entry.
Oh, Max only gives us a. You know what's the worst part? I wish I could show this, but that would require me fucking with OBS, so I can't actually show it. You need to screenshot it. Actually, you know what? I'll screenshot it on my phone. See, I'm smart like that.
I'm not. But yeah, it implies that hold on. What have I stumbled upon?
What have I stumbled? Holy shit, dude. We're ready.
Dislikes being told he's just like Goofy. Goofy embarrassing him. Fishing. Wearing black hood. What?
He doesn't wear a black hood.
Well, I guess you could say that's because he dislikes wearing black hoods. But hold on. His dislikes include Bradley Uppercrust.
That's fair.
And this is where it gets weird. Queen Chrysalis, Draco Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy, names all the Malfoys, all the Dursleys.
Is this like a weird fan fiction's also canon fandom?
I do not know. Lord Tyrek.
Wait, okay, so wait, you need to do? You need to look up what the fuck Disney Fananon is. Because that
I read it as
this
fanon.
Is just everything. It looks like. Hold on.
No, you gotta be sure about that.
Most visited
More
articles.
Disney Fanon Wiki. Five Nights at Freddy's, 1987.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be like some weird fan fiction thing you're reading.
What the fuck?
Which explains because they mentioned this thing called Youngsters, which that's something I've never heard about before.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Five Nights at Freddy's, the 1987 film. Listen, this has nothing to do with Goofy. This is not five goofs at Freddy's. This is, wait a minute. I think I know whose art that is. Okay. This is not goofy enough for this podcast. Let's instead look at fan art of sexy female characters.
Well, we're trying to find the original thing that's called Peg. Extremely sexy.
I know, where is that? I think we did shame them into, if anything, it's going to be that Disney fan
if you guys change that because of us calling you out, please let us know.
And change it back.
Yeah, for real, because it's gold. Genuine fucking gold.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was genuinely. Because it just says stern yet peppy yet stern wife, which doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like you know what they're trying to tell you.
They know what you're trying to tell you.
She's peppy, she's cute, but she'll step on your dick, and you'll like it.
I tell you, Goof, cock your bull torches. Where is that? When she puts on the high heel, the stiletto. Ooh, my scrotum never gets stretched as much as that. I don't know, Pete. I only have so much of it left after, the circumcision. Fuck me. I said that out loud.
Goofy's like, I can't believe I'm the one they ran out of town. You degenerate.
God, what liberal, open-minded town has this become? Jesus Christ.
Marriage. Fuck. Oh
Marriage,
no.
marriage is sacred between a man and a woman. Ultra Christian Goofy is really funny to me.
Yeah, me too. I think it's funny to imagine him as like an extremely traditional man, a
It's
trad man,
yeah, just like a fucking trad man. Like
a trad calf, I guess.
you know, it's
Jesus
like can you imagine if like you know like he's like it's like the good Bible says in John 3:16, for God loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Holy shit. Oh, Jesus Christ, Goof, get down off the fucking soapbox.
Jesus Christ, Goof.
What is that, the pulpit?
What are you giving a sermon here? I don't have all day.
But yeah, that's
What
you know,
what if Max was like conceived in like virgin birth?
No, unless it was Goofy himself that shitted him out, because he's too much like Goofy to not be a geef, supposedly. Maximilian Geef. Why isn't that his name?
I mean, well, because you know they changed it all to Goof eventually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they, because it was on the fandom page, or was it like a different fan page?
I was reading the entry on like his on like Mrs. Geef and Mrs. Goof. It's like they say like there's just no definitive answer what happened to her.
There is no definitive answer.
Like they even asked like the creators of like the movies, and he's like, I don't have a definitive answer. We talked about it, but we don't. It's an enigma.
Yeah, like well, yeah, like yeah, exactly. Like it's always
Just
been,
theories.
it's always been, you know, like being like, I don't know, who the fuck cares, kind of type of thing. They don't actually know. Like that's kind of like the whole thing. Like they're like, yeah, we've talked about it, but there's no concrete like so like they're basically like who knows. Which is such a fucking lazy like answer.
What, him being like, I have no idea?
Yeah, it's just like, how do you not have an idea about that?
Wait, you're talking about the peg and pistol thing, right?
He's talking about
Mrs.
like
Geef.
Mrs.
Mrs.
Geef.
Oh. Just no idea. I have no rightly clue.
Like it's just like you know, it's just like it's crazy that like till this fucking day, like it's still completely like how because yeah, again, that question was asked this year to that person.
Yeah, you're right.
And like that's insane. That like dude still like who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Like they're just like excuse me. They just don't care enough to like give you an answer.
What the fuck does
I don't know.
Polygon has an article, the bizarre tragic Disney history of Goofy's wife and family. But yeah, again. So like if you see, so the most likely things are born out of wedlock or divorce. It seems like those are our most likely
Wow.
answers, because she's probably not dead. Because they could have just said she's dead at numerous times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Like the idea they're like, oh, it's still up in there, kind of implies that they don't want her to be dead. So, but our answers are like, why is she around? Like, it's
I mean, they're not married. I mean, Goofy is not no longer married if she is alive.
Yeah, she's alive. Well, yeah, again, it's like either they were never married, or and like they like Max was born out of wedlock, and she just dipped because she just didn't want the responsibility of motherhood, or like like they were together for a short amount of time, but then like the honeymoon fake period like faded, and they were like, yeah, I don't want to be here, and like she dips. I believe the divorce one more because yeah, again, Goofy has no money. Come the start. Well, he's living in a trailer park. Come the start of a of a goof troop, which leads me to believe that there's an event that caused him to lose money. But then again, it could also be that because they're in such a poor situation, the wife couldn't Miss Max's mom couldn't handle it, so she dipped. Who knows? Hey, it's Brian, everybody! Woo!
I am here for the.
They did it again. You can't keep getting away
I
with
have to
it.
upload this tonight. I wanted a light edit.
Well, you are gonna have to cut out a good amount of
edit.
dead air.
You can't have a late edit when we're talking about white. Ooh. Ooh.
No.
Woman.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that.
I think you just it'd be funny. Just cut it to right the end. The first time he just pops in, it's beep.
But yeah. So, actually, that reminds me, Brian, you were there when we were reading the description of Peg being like an extremely sexy, curvaceous like woman.
Yes, in the words of the official wiki, she is in fact sexy.
Apparently,
yes.
that's gone now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we shamed them.
Well, we're assuming. We don't know. We don't know for sure.
It was absolutely because of us.
Absolutely.
I like to think so.
Oh my god.
If anything comes from this podcast, it's that we've forced people to shamefully edit their wiki.
We managed to kink shame someone publicly on the internet. I'm really glad that we did that.
I don't think Peg Pete has an official. What does Peg Pete and Pistol not have an official Wikipedia page anymore? What the fuck?
Wait, is it just gone?
Damn.
Because I pressed Peg on Pete's Wikipedia, and it just took me to Goof Troop, and like she doesn't have her own individual page on Wikipedia. I mean, she still has her because I'm pretty sure we saw it on the Wiki-Pete-ia, but
it was Connor who found it.
It was Connor who found it, but like we didn't post photos of it, did we?
Nope.
Oh, and Brian, I found another one that alleges that Max Goof is the equivalent of Miles Tails Prower.
I mean, I posted that one. It's
there.
Okay.
That one
Wait,
is.
what?
Yeah, you gotta look at that.
Miles Tails.
Yeah, like there's this Disney fanon page. There's I posted the description there, and it's like Maximilian Max Goof is the son of Goofy and the late Mrs. Geef. He's the hero in a Goofy movie and its sequel. He is the Disney equivalent of Miles Tails Prower from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, which isn't true.
Yeah, like what did they mean by this?
It's like there's no relation between those two ideas.
It's like just the brain that you need in order to make this connection.
Yeah, like I love Sonic. I love Sonic. I don't get it.
I just think it's just like they're saying like he's like the sidekick character to the thing, but I'm like Goof Troop. There's been plenty of episodes where Goofy really doesn't show up at all, and it focused
yeah.
primarily on.
Well, yeah. They don't even mention Goof Troop in that fucking thing. What? Yeah, I don't. Yeah. There's nothing about that entire sentence that makes sense. Who? Fucking imagine someone's gonna fucking like this description is gonna be changed. Can you imagine?
Imagine they just replace it with something else, just equally like incomprehensible.
He's the papyrus. He's the Disney equivalent of papyrus from the Undertale series.
Holy fuck. Christ almighty.
Good God almighty. We were talking about Ultra Christian Goofy also.
Ultra Christian Goofy.
Tradcath Goofy.
Yeah, Tradcath Goofy as like, like he was just like like Spoonerville was
Man,
ultra...
you can't be listening to this music. It's the music of the devil.
Max, what is this music? Like a power line? He dresses like a homo. He dresses like a homosexual.
He's swinging. It's the devil in him. I do declare.
I seen it.
I've been to the mountaintop and I seen it.
Stand out above the crowd. Who does he think he is to stand above a crowd?
You know who stood? You know who stood above the? You know who stood above the crowd, Maxie? Lucifer, the morning star himself. He stood above against all the other angels and defied God's words.
I'm under your spell.
Liars,
what is this spell that he's talking about? What is this witchcraft in this music?
Tradcath Goofy is 10 out of 10.
I will not allow paganism in my house.
But Dad, we celebrate Christmas. Christmas is good and Catholic, Maxie.
Do you not hear the word Christ? Christmas?
It's Saint Nick, for Christ's sake. Saint.
Yeah. What kind of communist gobbledygook is your friend Bobby up to?
That's a word we need to bring back. Gobbledygook.
I hate how I learned about that word. And
what the fuck do you mean by
that? I learned that word from, what is that, Homestuck?
What?
You've never heard that word before, Homestuck?
You never?
Yeah. I was like, what does that mean? And I looked it up. Oh, that's pretty funny.
That's a bunch of stinky gook.
Fucking Adam. You can't keep doing shit like this where you just like I know Brian says I do that where I say it like I'll just say something like amazingly out of nowhere that it's just like no explain that, but you do it just as often.
The audience will never know my experience with 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, that one was wow. But the fucking I will never forget. Like I can't believe you like fucking Homestuck. I haven't thought about Homestuck in like 2 years. Well, no, what feels like 2 years. Because I'm reminded of Homestuck every single time I go to an anime convention.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not in a while. I feel like, well, especially this year, but
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the reason why I don't feel it this year.
But like even the year before this, it had kind of died down finally.
Nah, I mean, it ended.
Well, it ended.
Yeah. But I kept going for a while.
Dude, I still saw troll cosplays, like Troll Sona cosplays. I saw them.
Okay, maybe I'm lucky because like the last year of like con season, like I didn't see any.
I saw them every con I went, man. At least one fucking troll. I'll be like, how? I never got it. I read Homestuck to like the end, like shortly after the end of the first act, I think. And then like I was like, I don't get it. And I love webcomics, man. I love webcomics. I got blocked by Jay Naylor on Twitter. How much I love webcomics.
Yeah, why was that again?
It's one of my most like embarrassing truths is that I only had a Twitter. I only have a Twitter because I wanted to follow Jay Naylor because he stopped updating on his site. And he said, "Oh, I'm gonna update everything on like Twitter, like if I'm update there." So I made a Twitter and followed him on there so I could get updates. And then he said something about like his like something like his like Mac crash crashing or something. And then I made some swarmy mark about like PCs and shit. And then he like subtweeted me and blocked me. And I was like, well, I have a Twitter for no reason apparently. And then the second person I followed was like Spider Girl because like Marvel's doing this like cross promotion thing where they had like the comic book character Spider Girl tweeting in real life, and like
whoa, oh, sick.
it was actually kind of neat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's kind of
When was that?
years ago.
Damn.
But yeah, so god damn, man.
God damn, indeed.
No, just like I just keep thinking about Tradcath. Tradcath, you know.
Good old Goofy.
Good old.
You can always count on him to uphold Christian values.
God, yes. What else? What else can we talk about? Someone fill up some space, please. Come on. I can't be the only one who has things on his mind.
Well, the only thing I discussed briefly with you the other day was just like there's at least one confirmed human in the Goofy movie universe. That is Santa Claus, as we saw in Twice Upon a Christmas.
Once.
He is.
So now we have to discuss whether or not Santa Claus is actually human or not.
Well, so my counterpoint to him was that he was a magical being, so he technically might not count. Like humans are like mythical in general.
In the Disney universe.
Yeah, they're just like mystical, magical creatures. You know? How fucked up would it be if like Santa Claus was real, but he was like a goofy person?
Is Santa the only human?
As far the only human we see that's connected. Because yeah, again, there's nothing that really inherently stops Twice Upon a Christmas from being uncanon. Wait, there might be.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay. Adam.
Yes.
At the end of Twice Upon a Christmas, everyone comes together. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are there, correct?
Yes.
How old are they?
They are still children.
That shouldn't be right. Am I not wrong?
That shouldn't be right.
Because Goof
You're right. Once Upon a Christmas.
Well, we don't know if Once Upon a Christmas, like, that's just weird. Once Upon a Christmas is weird, and Once Upon a Christmas is inherently uncanon in any way we really try it, right? Because Max is too young, right?
Yeah, and a lot of other things. Like it's like more of a it's like an alternate universe. Also, like in that alternate universe, Max, instead of being obsessed with like being skateboarding, he's obsessed with snowboarding.
Well, I think it's just like a kind of like extreme sports thing in general, but you know, whatever. But no, so that's my point. It's just like, so mine is that we know that DuckTales and Goof Troop take place in the same universe because of
Mhm.
crossovers with, like, the Beagle Boys or, like, whatever characters. So it's implied that, like, but we don't know if they happen concurrently, though. Right?
Go on.
It's really weird
Because
because
if they are happening concurrently, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie do not age by the time, what's it called comes around, Twice Upon a Christmas, why has Max aged? Because Max isn't a little kid in Twice Upon a Christmas. He's a college going kid, possibly an adult. I mean, college age people are adults, but you know what I'm saying.
it's like time has dilated between Spoonerville and Duckburg. Truly, we live in hell.
They're going through entropy.
Actually, that actually might make sense to what we were saying earlier. That I was like, they don't burn witches as much anymore. Like where we were joking about that. Like, what if they were like time when actually does advance, like Spoonerville hyper has a hyper speed compared to everything else. Like, it goes at normal speed when you're in Spoonerville, but it's hyper speed for everyone else. So it's like going. What if?
Your insane theories do not amuse me.
Scrooge McDuck is also like insanely rich. Maybe he just like found the created like eternal youth for him and his family.
He might have. He could have, but then again, Quack Pack happens though. Quack Pack happens.
Which one was Quack Pack?
That was like when like the Huey, Dewey, and Louie are like preteens.
What?
Do you not know about?
Oh yeah, they did the Backstreet Boys knockoff.
Yeah.
Thing,
Yeah.
They also
Dude,
did
dude,
like
look up Daisy from Quack Pack. She can get it, dog.
Oh, I think we did talk about this. Oh God.
Oh, looking her up right now.
Dude, she can get it, dog.
You said
She's like a news reporter in that, I think, and like some guy just has like a weird foot fetish for no reason.
God.
He
for her duck feet.
Well, yeah, he's just like filming her feet. And it's like, hey, Einstein, my feet's up here. It's like, yeah, but I'm getting the money shot. It's like, what?
Whoa.
It's like, it's
What a
like,
king.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about Quack Pack until you mentioned. Oh yeah.
yeah, but like, it's one of my, it's fucking hilarious because it's just like, it's like that joke is like the artist and the barely disguised fetish. It's like extremely like, damn nigga, you really just fucking went for it. You didn't care.
There are also humans in Quack Pack, it would appear.
Yes, the cameraman was a human. But yeah, we don't know the validity of like how canon Quack Pack is.
I thought you were gonna say we don't know how human they are.
We don't know how
Quack.
human.
That's true.
Because I thought he was like part pig at first, but it's like, no, that guy's a human man. There's this yellow guy.
Wow, you can't say that.
No, hey, don't you dare twist.
God damn it! Like, you're so stupid. It's so simple. There was something else I was gonna mention. Fuck. Nah, it's gone now. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Quack Pack. We don't know how canon that is compared to everything.
Wait a minute.
Go on.
I'm looking at images from like the DuckTales reboot when Goofy pops up on it,
Yes, he does.
and he's showing off like photos.
Yes.
There's a photo of Baby Max, and his hair isn't red.
Go on. Show us. Well, yeah, like this is a different universe, though. So we can't. Yeah. We only brought up this because of its reference to the past, not because it's canon. We never said that DuckTales 2017 is canon to the ongoing storyline. Because it's not, probably, you know? Because it's like a reboot. So, but you know what's it's really weird and interesting about that photo is that Mrs. Geef is still completely missing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's also a completely purple background. That's weird. That's a really weird photo, right? Because look at the other photos; they have like details and stuff, like like in the background. That has nothing.
I also just totally forgot about Quack Pack.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
Quack Pack
get hung
exists.
up on it.
Quack Pack is wild.
And I remember watching that show as a kid. I watched it and I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Kat and her mom have watched every single episode of this podcast.
Oh my god.
And her mom loves it, apparently.
Oh god.
So,
oh, it's beautiful.
So
they're her biggest fan.
But what I was gonna say, but yeah, so Disney recently announced that they're doing 10 shows and 10 features. And man, my heart, man, I so desire a new Goofy project.
Please.
And get this podcast going for another 52 episodes.
Nah, it gets us to that 52 episodes, dog. Did you not hear that radio silence, bro? Are you kidding? Fucking hell. Calling myself out there, bro. No, but no. Someone made this horrible mock-up where they used the Goofy Movies like logo, and like they took the scene where like Goofy's like closing the door on like Max's room, and he's like crying, and it just says where's Goofy's wife? like that like horribly using like the Goofy movie logo. And I was just like, please tell me, give me another. And I spent a lot of that day like answering people's questions, because they're like, it's like apparently like her last name is Geef. Like, wait, Goofy's last name is Geef. His first name is George.
What?
What? Like, yeah, man, I was there, bro. I was there, fucking educating people, telling.
I was there, Gandalf.
I was there, but yeah, I was like telling multiple people. I'm like, my theory currently is that she divorced him. She's not dead. Oh, that's another thing we brought up, and I would love to hear your opinion about. So, so we realized there's another possibility. This is the reason why we brought up Trad Cast Goofy. Was that what if Max was born out of wedlock? You know?
So Goofy's just one of those hypocritical like Christians?
No. like what if she like they were just like she was like born out of wedlock and she was like, I don't want to deal with a kid. Bye. And just left it with Goofy, and Goofy being like, might as well raise it.
Wait, we're talking about Max's mom?
Yeah, Max's mom.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Max.
No.
Okay.
We're talking about Max's mom. Like, what if he like, like Max was born out of wedlock because of,
Yeah, because she just left.
And then she I
feel like we've talked about this before.
Well, no, because we talked about like divorce.
Mm-hmm.
But we never discussed the idea that Max was never actually born. Was never like, what if he was like born out of wedlock and everything, and she was like young, like because she had no actual tie, because she wasn't married, she just like dipped. What if?
And so Goofy's not the dad? Is that what you're saying?
No, Goofy. I mean, Goofy has to be the dad. Like, the resemblance is too strong.
Okay, no, because I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm just saying like that's a possibility. Like Max being born out of wedlock is a possibility we never discussed.
Okay, but how does this relate to him being a trad dad?
It doesn't.
Like, Okay.
No, because
you
God
opened with
damn
that,
it.
so I'm trying to find the
so,
connection.
okay, so that is on me. No, because no, we were joking. He's like that he got ostracized from his community. That's why we had to leave Spoonerville initially. It was because like the community ostracized him for being an adulterer or some shit.
Oh jeez, poor Goofy.
But then it's like imagine like Goofy was just like ultra like Catholic, like Christian, like religious.
Hmm.
But like no, but like I'm talking. But we're coming down to actual like theory discussion. We never discussed the idea that Max could be born out of wedlock, and like she could have just dipped due to the fact she had no actual tie to him, considering they're not married.
Not to mention like our theory that he was a big actor beforehand too.
Yeah,
Could have been hidden all that Hollywood twin.
But the main reason why I believe it's the divorce still is because of him being in the trailer park in the beginning. It implies that he lost money at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to believe that he lost it in the divorce.
Yeah, there's more evidence for it.
There's more evidence for it, but it's still not deniable. Yeah, again, just a theory, Yeah, again, we're counting on
game theory.
Just a game. Yeah, again, we're counting on the rest of the audience to also,
come on to the show.
Come to, that would. I mean, I'd be down if they would be, up during the hour. But
If you're cool with Moses saying
5+ hours later in Sweden, so
5+ hours of Moses saying the N-word over and over.
And then I was like, "She." Anyway, we're hitting an hour at this point. We hit an hour.
I think we crossed that line. Surprisingly,
Didn't we start it an hour ago?
Well, yet again, we've been doing this more than an hour now. So
okay.
if we want to get this uploaded in time, we gotta cut it, and we gotta.
Yeah, I'm trying to fuck. What the fuck are you guys? I'm here like, all right, we're reaching an hour. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I'm trying to wrap it up. Any last
I was gonna
thing?
say let's wrap this up.
Shut
Adam,
the fuck
I
up.
think that
Shut.
we should wrap this up.
Shut up. Any last things y'all want to talk about?
I don't know, my friend. I just think that we've been nearly going for 2 hours.
I feel like we can go for another hour, right?
No,
I mean,
we couldn't.
it's almost time. It's almost the end of Tuesday.
I
If we
have
wanna
to
hit our
upload it.
schedule,
I have to get it up on Tuesday. I have to be consistent about one thing in my life, Kings. All right. That was an episode. Thank you for watching and listening. We love you all. Please like, share, subscribe. Please comment. I'm reading those fucking comments, all the time. Fucking... Yeah, that's
even
it.
the spam comments.
No.
I just want a skank for Christmas.